Bitcoin is completely misframed because, and I'll tell you why. And I want everyone to understand a basic point. If you really want to understand Bitcoin, if you want to understand what this FUD is all about, if you want to really avail yourself to the beauty and the aesthetic genius that is Bitcoin, Bitcoin is designed to do one thing: kill central banks. It's hard-coded in the Genesis block, this very reference. It's designed elegantly to kill central banks. When central banks are killed, global energy usage goes from 160,000 terawatt hours cut by 3/4. I'll say it again. 160,000 terawatt hours used right now on planet Earth gets cut by 3/4 once you kill the central banks. No other coin, no fiat, not even gold can do this. So by putting energy and attention into an altcoin, you're delaying that Bitcoin epiphany, the Bitcoin singularity. And think, when I see all the things that are happening around the world, it's become a violent world. Remember, Bitcoin monetizes peace. Fiat money monetizes hate and war. So this guy's literally put his thumb into the path of peace because he's an egomaniacal guy who self-admittedly is on the spectrum and has a very kind of aggressive stage mother who's constantly putting him out there. He's got mommy issues. And as a result, there's a lot of problems. A lot of problems he's getting in the way of solving with this egomaniacal guy. It's sad. It's very, very sad.
So apparently he's got a lot of these ZEV credits. Remember I told you zero re-emission vehicles? And that's the one that Fiat Chrysler is no longer going to be buying because they now have their own electric vehicle and are selling well. So that market is over. Apparently it's crashing, and it's operated by California, but 9 other states as well. And so he has these bags on his balance sheet of Tesla. They have about $2 billion worth. And again, just Google that, look it up. There's some articles about how those might actually be worthless now. So he's got $2 billion worth of these, government issued shitcoins, essentially.
Right, it is a shitcoin. That's where I learned about shitcoins, is government issued derivatives in the carbon credit market, shitcoins, so that's exactly what's going on. But he doesn't understand Bitcoin. He doesn't understand markets. He doesn't understand price discovery, and he's become a real liability for the potential for human survival as a species. I mean, I realize he's trying to get to Mars because probably subconsciously he realizes he's enabling the destruction of planet Earth and the survivability of humans, and he wants to get to Mars somehow with his mom. They're going to recreate a new civilization, those two. Think about that. Wow, what a disaster that would be.
And and again, he tweeted, working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising. Of course, there are no Doge devs.
There are no Doge devs.
But that's what you can see as well. His milieu is carbon credits, shitcoins issued by the government to obfuscate the fact that basically taxpayers are funding his billion-dollar lifestyle. But also that these schemes like the Fed, all of these command and control systems, like these command and control single point of failure coins, that they don't actually know what they're doing. Like the same thing could be said of the Fed. We got some Doge devs, we've got some dollar devs that are going to go fix the supply and sort out this economic catastrophe.
Right. Well, that's exactly what they say. They say, we're going to create quantitative easing. I mean, which is the equivalent of we're going to hire more devs to come in here and put a scheme together called quantitative easing. It's debt monetization, which is the recipe for disaster, has been for 100 years, but we're going to call it something different. We're going to call carbon credit something different. We're going to call social responsible investing something different. We're going to just keep redoing the same mistake, doubling down, tripling down, print, war, violence, social unrest, poverty, inflation, starvation, deprivation, opiate overdose, fiat money printing. You're doing it, central banks. You're doing it, central banks. You're doing it, central banks. You're the genocidal maniac. Bitcoin kills central banks. That's what it's designed for. It's in the Genesis block. Elon Musk is getting in the way of the Bitcoin singularity. And it's really sad because the amount that he's delaying the singularity is causing human suffering on an unparalleled scale. This guy is a massive liability at this point.
Before we continue, help us by smashing that YouTube like button and subscribe now to this channel. This shows the algorithm that you value the information, and it helps us spread this message. Sharing is caring. Please like and subscribe now. Thank you. And now, let's continue.
You know, another thing that happens when, you know, these altcoins, let's call them altcoins so as not to upset the algorithm of YouTube, or poo coins, let's call it all these poo coins. One thing they always do to pretend they're fair, like, because remember what it's been happening especially since 2008, but it really started earlier, that of this, injustice of the economic system, the monetary system, right, is the Cantillon effect. And the fact that people have been noticing this and commenting on it, and the unrest is starting, what do? They started airdropping US dollars to most Americans, right? We're being airdropped money to obfuscate from the fact of the illegitimacy of the system, and to restore faith in it. And that usually, when a poo coin does that, it kind of bumps a little bit, and everybody's like, yeah, and then everybody dumps. Well, Stan Druckenmiller was on CNBC this week, and he said a lot. I mean, there's a lot to talk about there, but he did say 5 years ago, I said crypto was a solution in search of a problem. Well, now the problem has been clearly identified. It's Jerome Powell and the rest of the world's central bankers. There's a lack of trust. Don't trust, verify, of course, right? And that's, you know, he basically is pointing to Bitcoin as the possible solution to this. It is the solution, and he's recognizing that more and more. We're watching him be orange pilled. He mentions that he used to be a bond vigilante, but the bond vigilantes have been killed because of the Fed intervening in the markets, just like, you know, Ethereum is a good one to look at in terms of constant intervention in the market, and forking and changing, and the algorithm, and you know, just capricious nature of who they decide to bail out, who, you know, what thefts get saved, and blah blah blah.
Right. Well, he's providing cover for every scammer in the world. And,
Elon Musk.
Yeah, which is really sad, you know, because we're on the cusp of the singularity, and we're on the cusp of peace breaking out. And here's this egomaniacal psychopath who wants to come in at the last minute and do his little fandango dance, and then look at me, look at me, look at me. I mean, he makes Peter Schiff look, you know, emotionally stable by comparison. You know, really. I mean, he makes. Look, look, we just got this, by the way. These are the.
It's a Bitcoin grenade.
It's a Bitcoin grenade. It got two
Bitcoin
colors.
is the meteor. Or is that an asteroid? No, I think it would be a meteor. That's the grenade.
That's the grenade, yeah.
Yeah.
Cloaks, crypto cloaks, I think it's called.
Crypto Cloaks sent that over. So we've got some Bitcoin grenades. That's the thing that's going to rip apart the system, as like they're the dinosaurs living on fossil fuels and an absence of innovation, by the way. I mean, look at the fact that there were electric cars already like 100 years ago, and instead they decided to, because of command and control intervention in the economy, they, you know, decided to go with gasoline powered cars and spew all their carbon emissions, and for, you know, to get to Walmart to buy some goods shipped in across the oceans from China. So, I mean, the entire fiat system incentivizes just waste, right? It's almost all waste.
Right. Of the 160,000 terawatt hours per year in energy, 60% is wasted.
Yeah.
60% is wasted. Okay. So, having carbon credits, it just is a bailout for Elon Musk, and it doesn't address this problem whatsoever. Replacing central banks, because that energy is driven by fiat money in the petrodollar, as we've explained over and over again. And by replacing central banks, you are going to drop global energy usage by 3/4. Okay, that's how you get a species-saving reduction in carbon, is with Bitcoin. It's the only way. It's designed to do that. Set $1 trillion in market cap. It needs to get to 10, 20, 30 trillion. And, you know, guys like Elon Musk, it's so sad. He's like the devil. I mean, I hate to be so, you know, put in such stark terms, but he's literally Lucifer at this point, coming down at the last minute to stop humanity from getting this species-saving, central bank killing, hardest money ever invented, distributed, and getting the market cap to $10 trillion. It's really, really sad. And there's his mom with his pitchfork. Come on, Elon, get on stage, do it for me. And whatever those two get on with, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.